Wake up.
No, unless you brought some decent food for me to eat, or better yet, that you can guarantee that Tomas Delgado is going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. You can go.
Oh, shoot, I forgot that cheese sandwich I made for you. Oh, well, I think I'll ask you some questions anyway.
You're going to ask me questions? I'm the victim. Why would you ask me questions?
Marty, what are you getting at? Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, could this be true? That's not possible. That's not possible. John isn't your father. Brody is.
You're under arrest.
Again? You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, I'm dead serious.
Then why the hell did you marry my sister?
Why else? The money.
Writers' Trust Fund?
No, not Jessica's money. Your money, Joey. Haven't you figured it out by now? I'm after the Buchanan fortune.
What?
What, do you think this was some sort of a charity thing to help Jessica out? No, I married your crazy sister so that I could get your family's billions. Sorry, Aubrey, but the jig's up.
Ooh, Officer London. Look at you trying to do your macho cop thing. You want to tell me what you're arresting me for?
Gladly. I'm taking you in for attempted murder. You have a visitor.
I'm not expecting anybody.
Why do killers always get the hot ones?
Wasn't that my sister? The lawyer?
Nope. It's me.
Marty. What are you doing in John's room?
I think the better question is, what are you doing here? I told you, John belongs to me.
Marty's crazy, right? I mean, we can't just listen to what she has to say, right? Why am I listening to this? Because I have to. I have to.
What is this? Natalie's original paternity test. John McBain is the baby's father. You told me the paternity test showed it was Brody Lovett. I thought that was the reason John left Natalie. And I knew John would leave her if he thought the baby was Brody's. What was I supposed to do? Let Natalie and John live happily ever after?
No, this can't be true. Yeah? Who did I attempt to kill?
Your husband, Robert Ford.
I didn't try and kill him.
You attacked him with a blunt object and left him for dead.
Yeah, but it wasn't on purpose, okay? It just happened.
Tell it to the judge.
Anyways, Bobby's not my husband anymore, okay? He's my ex-husband. I married Cutter. You can call me Tess Wentworth.
Am I supposed to be impressed? You only married that guy to keep you out of St. Anne's.
So I don't care who I'm married to as long as I'm not Mrs. Brody Lovett.
What is your brother talking about, Aubrey?
I have no idea.
Really? Okay, because he just said the jig is up. What jig? And what does his marriage to my sister, or I'm sorry, one of her alters, have to do with you?
Cutter, I don't know why you're saying all of these things. Stop talking nonsense.
What's nonsense? I'm using Jessica. I'm taking advantage of her insanity to get your family's money.
What kind of person are you?
Ask her. Enough wasting time. You're coming with me?
No,
I'm not going to some stinking rat-infested lockup.
Should have thought of that before you tried to kill someone.
I'm glad you came. Didn't know if I'd ever see you again.
I didn't know either, but I needed to talk to you.
I hope this means you still trust me.
I chose to trust you the other night at Capricorn. And if the phone hadn't rung, I probably would have given in to you right there on the piano.
That thought crossed my mind, too.
But then Todd woke up. Said that he saw you in the window when he was shot. So that changed everything.
Maybe not. What if,
If what?
Do you believe Todd?
I'm questioning you because you are the victim.
I think your time would be better spent questioning the guy who shot me, Tomas Delgado, rather than wasting my time.
Well, you don't look real busy, and I've already talked to Delgado.
Oh, yeah? Let me guess, he didn't admit to anything. That's a big surprise. I'm gonna tell you this one more time, John. The guy shot me. I saw him in the window. I don't know what else I can tell you.
You can tell me about this.
I'm sorry. I was looking for John McBain's room. I realized I walked into the Twilight Zone by mistake.
It's not a joke, Kelly. We need to get a few things straight.
Does John know you're here? Or do you just let yourself in here whenever you feel like it?
You're the one who just waltzed in here like you own the place.
I was invited.
Apparently, I didn't make myself clear in your office. I am with John now.
Not you. Maybe this is just one of Marty's revenge fantasies, something that she wishes she had done, right? Okay, let's find out.
I think we may be blending some incidents, Marty.
Even she thinks you're crazy.
You took a copy of Natalie's paternity test from the lab. That's right. You used it as leverage with Natalie. You said you tortured Natalie by threatening to tell John. Correct. You could only do that if the test said Brody Lovett was the father. It did. Eventually.
What did you do?
Tell me what you did, Marty. You may want to sit down. I lost! When Cole went to prison, I lost everything. I lost my son. I just lost the baby that I was supposed to have with John. And I lost John. I lost John to Natalie. And then Natalie, they get back together, and then I find out Natalie's pregnant. Natalie's back with John, and she's having the baby that I should have had with him. Her life was perfect.
Couldn't have that, could you?
Oh, gosh, I was so happy for the Brody, Jessica. But see, then I could tell there was something up with Brody and Natalie, and I figured out that they slept together. And then I saw that Natalie had had a paternity test. I promise you, I was just curious at first. I went to the lab when it was closed, even though I rented that little guy that works for Clint Buchanan. I found it, and I printed it out. And there it was. Proof. Picture perfect. Baby was John's. Natalie had everything. Happy ending. She had my life. See, my fingers were on the keyboard, and before I even realized it, opened the file, deleted, and replaced. And I was done. No going back. You changed Natalie's lab results? You altered her medical records? Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's true. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Marty changed the test. That bad, evil person. I mean, not only did she change the test, but she tortured me for months with the test that she made up. At least now we know. This wasn't just another one of Marty's crazy rants. It's true, she really did break me and John up. That wasn't a lie.
To be honest, Marty, I really didn't understand what you said to me at my office because a lot of it didn't make any sense.
Really? Like what?
Well, you claim to be responsible for breaking up John and Natalie, which everyone knows isn't true. And you also said that John was wanting to be with you and not me. And I just, I figured that he'd have something to say about that.
I'm sure he does.
And since he invited me to dinner and not you, I think he has made his choice.
Oh, Kelly, I feel for you.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I know what you're going through. I've seen it in a lot of my patients. It's a form of sexual addiction.
You're serious?
I know you might think that's a joke, but sex is as much of an addiction as drugs and alcohol. It can be. And denial and delusion are part of the pathology.
Really?
Yeah, it pains me. It pains me to see you continue to delude yourself about John's interest in you. Oh, yeah, how many times do I have to tell you before it sinks in? Okay? Okay. John was only with you to get back at Natalie. Now that's over. He's come back to me. You need to accept that for the sake of your own mental health.
That sadistic nut job changed the test. She did all of this just to torture me because I was happy with your daddy. Your daddy. It's true. I mean, I know Roxy said that you always looked like Brody, but I never thought that. I always thought that you looked like John. I just thought that it was wishful thinking. But honey, it's true. It's true. You're ours. John's and mine. Oh, we gotta go, sweetie. We gotta tell your daddy the news. Oh.
And what is this?
You tell me.
I don't know what to think, all right? All I know is Todd wakes up from a coma after somebody tries to kill him. He says he remembers looking up and seeing you in a window where the shots were fired. Now, why would Todd lie about that?
Are you serious? Do I really need to spell out the reasons? Blair, you know Todd better than almost anyone. You know what kind of person he is.
I can't believe this. I welcomed you into my family, into my home.
Yeah, of course you did. I'm a con man. It's my job to gain your confidence. But I've been after your family's fortune ever since I got here.
What do you mean since you got here?
Didn't you think it was a little strange, Aubrey's brother showing up right after she got engaged to some billionaire's son?
I assumed you were here for your sister.
Really? And you didn't wonder why this globe-trotting party boy was sticking around this podunk little town? Why I was so keen on helping out with Operation Bring Jessica Back Out?
I suppose that's because I was mistaken in thinking that you were actually a decent human being.
Joey, come on. How gullible can you be? Tess was just another way in.
But another way?
Cutter, please, don't do this!
You're bluffing. There's no way White Knight Brodyloved would ever put his precious Jessica in the slammer.
Well, like you keep telling me, you're not Jessica. So frankly, I don't care what happens to you.
Well, Jessica's in here somewhere. I mean, this is her body, and I don't think that you want your former fiancé in with a whole bunch of junkies, hookers, and purrs. Now, do ya?
This isn't a bluff. Jessica won't spend 5 minutes in jail. She comes out, she goes home. But you end up in a cage either way.
You wouldn't risk it.
I mean, I like it. That's the only way to get Jessica back. I'm gonna do it.
You're not putting those on me.
Well, I told you I wasn't messing around. And now maybe you're gonna believe me. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.